Well, I think we need to sort of wrap things up. I think this is a great question to end on, and I'll ask this to all of you, really. How should seafarer training evolve to support decarbonisation goals? What skills and knowledge are essential for operating future green technologies? Great question. James?
I'd love to start. I love that question because so much of... there are so many incremental options to improve vessel efficiency that exist. And so much of it comes down to how the vessels are operated, how people interact with the technology install base, and how people choose to behave on the ship. So I love the sentiment of that question. I think that's exactly right. When you look at emissions reduction technologies and these types of solutions, so many of the complaints of the people who install that technology is that I'm not getting the benefit, my crew aren't using it correctly, you know, they don't understand what it's there for, you know, they just turn it on when the superintendent tells them to. So absolutely, we should be training people to understand what's driving the installation of these things and what they can do. I was talking to Ardmore actually yesterday, and they were just talking about this competition that they had set up with their seafarers, where they said anybody who can propose us an idea every quarter on little things that we can do to reduce our environmental impact will win an iPad. And you just think, absolutely, do that. Let's do that as much as we possibly can. It's a really positive thing. So yeah, great question.
Because you said to us, get on with it, get making some training. One of the reasons we've done it this year. So
yeah, I know, right? So
what more do you want?
Thanks for accepting all the pressure. I think I think the keyword now definitely is collaboration. So you know, working with various party people who have the edge in technology, people who have the knowledge. One thing which, I mean, other than seafarer, I think the training should also reach the shore staff as well. So do they really understand? Because at the end of the day, when the crew has any issue, of course they will call me when they want to go home, but they will call the technical or the marine soup when they needed support and you know when they need to find out why they are doing what they are doing, right? So it's also about getting the buy-in from the shore staff as well. And in terms of future technology, I think right now in terms not only about technologies, but in terms of training as well. You know, last time when video is like 2 hours, then it became 1 hour. Now it becomes 10 seconds or 20 seconds. I think everyone is getting adjusted to very short attention span. So which I think various training vendors, including OTG, is doing very well in this area. So I think everyone is working towards the same goal, trying to make sure that skills are really imparted to sea staff. Yeah.
Sanjeev, any thoughts on this one, just to wrap us up? Short, please.
Yeah, I would like to add that as you're moving towards the future fuels, the systems are becoming more complex. So there's always automation that's going to support you in terms of the various steps of operation. But inherently, you need to understand that all of these new vessels will have flexible operations. They'll have a dual fuel operation. So somewhere or the other, when you don't have the supply or when you have an issue with the future fuels, you come back to the traditional fuel usage. So understanding the basics of engine operations remain, but fostering digital skills is also important because the fail-safe methodologies are complex with the future fuels, and there will be a PLC kind of an automation logic that's supporting the operation. So it's a balance between digital skills understanding and also having a base understanding of engine operation.
Yeah. Yves, please.
I'm just going to build again on James's point, and I think we really need to learn from what went wrong during the implementation of ACDIS. And
I'm glad you said that.
I really would like for all of whether it is manufacturers, whether it is class, whether it is anybody, to really work together at standardizing how these new fuels are going to be used, so that we don't end up with 50 different systems on board of every ship.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point just to wrap up on as well, is that I think you've kind of said it, but I'll sort of summarize it in the sense that this isn't just a new fuels thing. It's in hand with digitization. There's a digital technology component to all of these evolving ships, and we need to look at that in the round, certainly from the skills building perspective. So I think we're there for time. Alex is looking at me. So it just remains for me to please thank the panel. Thank you all very much.